Daily show where I discuss news, nonsense, and my personal adventures from right here in the Fear Bunker North studio. Some of you may have never heard me do a show from Fear Bunker North in the middle of the woods, but here we are. Here we are. So if the video is chirpy and I don't know, best described as shit, that's because only the best satellite internet for your old pal EZ. Let me get to this. This has to be abbreviated today, and something has come up that I need to share with you. Benny, the one-eyed wonder dog. Of course, all the dogs are with me. I take them everywhere I go. And Kenny says, can we get any more closer to your face? I don't know. I'm in a small room. There's not a lot I can do about that. I know you're so used to the wide angle, but the way it's set up, it's just something you'll get used to. And, I mean, frankly, I'm an attractive man. So you can probably just enjoy that, frankly. I will say this. What I was getting to is Benny is not feeling well. Benny is struggling to go pee. And I've had dogs my whole life. I am suspecting either a UTI or a kidney stone that is causing him discomfort. So I just placed a call to the Grayling Animal Hospital, which up here, the type of expertise they have at the Grayling Animal Hospital, they feature top-notch equipment and diagnostics, which are, I think they have a scalpel. That's the only medical instrument that they have at the Grayling Animal Hospital. So they said, EZ, can you get here by 11:20? And I said, yes, I can. They go, okay, well, because we made room for you, it's $125 to walk into the door. I'm like, oh, no problem. No problem. Now, that is probably 10 times the amount of money that they will make in the whole day. You know, they usually they don't even have cash transactions. People up here show up and trade like corn and maybe coal and perhaps some rice in order to get their medical care for their dogs. But they saw dollar signs when they saw that I was calling, and they're like, yeah, hell yes. So I'm going to, I got to cram all this shit in today, so my apologies that it's kind of weird because I'm still, of course, getting my sponsors in, which are so very important to me. But I do still have a lot to talk about, so it'll be like, get this show done. And Amy says, is it just me or does anyone else have one side of your headphones working? I think you're right on that, and I don't have that squared away, so my apologies for that. Just one of those technical things. But thank you for telling me that because I wasn't aware, but I think I know what the problem is. But we'll have to get through it today, and then hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to figure that out. But thank you for mentioning that. Matt says neutering your dog would cost you 6 beaver pelts. Chris confirms that, yes, seems to be only one channel. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is going on here. Maybe I can remedy it with this here. Let's see. I usually don't like doing this. Let's see. Is there anything I can do? I don't think so. My apologies. You know how it is with me, getting shit together on the fly. Yeah, I don't know. Nevertheless, I'll try to figure this out. But thank you for joining me. I appreciate that as always. Adam says, I am somewhere in the Atlantic, so everything is wonky. You're in the Atlantic? What are you, on a cruise or something? That's remarkable that I can be here in my little abode up north, Fear Bunker North, and you're in the middle of the Atlantic, and we are somehow communicating. That is fantastic. Jimmy goes with maybe they can give you a discount because Benny only has one eye. I think if you're listening on something like a cell phone like Kenny, it's no problem. But if you have like headphones on, it might screw you up. So first off, thank you as always to the key sponsors that make this show go round. Kuiper Tree Care is brand new to the show. They are amazing. If you are in West Michigan and you are looking to take care of some trees, get them out of the yard, stump grinding, tree removal, whatever it is, they can take care of you at Kuiper Tree Care. I want you to go to kuipertreecare.com for more information. They have three certified arborists on staff at Kuiper Tree Care. They will help you out and make sure that you are taken care of appropriately. Again, you can have any jackass chucking a truck show up at your place and take care of your trees. And, well, you're going to get what you pay for. So call Kuiper Tree Care. Tyler suggests that young Adam Schwab is on a swingers cruise. Maureen says she's walking around the lake while she's getting this show. Say hi to Terry for me. Maureen's husband, I think he actually hates my guts. Like, if I were to die, I think he would say, oh, good. And I just don't know how. Here's the thing. Maureen told me she was driving around, and the only radio station they could get in was 101.3, Big 101.3. And so it was on in the car, and then my voice came on, and oh, he's walking with you? Good. And my voice came on. I was probably like, oh, yeah, there you go. That's Diana Ross and the Supremes. It's a great day outside. Here's the monkeys or something like that. And that's all it took, and it set him off, and he said something nasty about your old pal EZ, and I don't, why? What the hell is wrong with you? My God, what a curmudgeon-y dick. For fuck's sake, man. Linda says, give him an earbud. I'm sure he'd love to listen to EZ. So you're walking with him, and you can hear me in the earbud, but he can't hear me. Yeah, kick him in the dick for me. Say, this is from EZ. Fucking A. All right. While I'm at it, thank you to Frank Fuss. Frank Fuss is your licensed independent insurance agent / broker. He's amazing, so helpful, and I want you to reach out to him for any type of insurance that you may need. Excuse me. You go to buy insurance. Oh, boy. Damn it. You go to buyinsurancehere.com. That's where you go for anything like healthcare, if you want to get it through the marketplace, or perhaps life insurance policy. Buyinsurancehere.com. Okay, the big news. Biden is out. He, you know what's interesting is Biden posted that on X. And about 90 seconds after that went live, she shared it with me, and I immediately shared it. And my post was up for 5, maybe 10 minutes on both Facebook and X before people started to post that Biden, in fact, is fucking stepping down. So some people were like, yeah, I don't know if it's true, EZ. I don't know. I'm like, trust me, it's true. It's from his X feed. So that was, I would like to say that was stunning news, but come on now. Thank God it happened, because if the Democrats have any shot of beating Trump, it would have to be without Biden. Now, do I think that they have a shot with Harris? No, not at all. I don't think there's any shot whatsoever. But if there's more of a shot with Harris. But come on now. Trump is on such a roll. My God. Because Biden couldn't get out of his own way. Trump looked very strong in his debating. Of course, he was taking on a corpse. Biden went on with Lester Holt and said, why aren't you talking about his lies? Nobody gave a shit about the lies. Nobody cares about that. Everybody knows Trump lies. Who doesn't in politics? Nobody gives a shit anymore. The bar is so low for these two losers. All right? And then you follow that up with Biden doing nothing to improve his standing. And then psychopath tries to kill Trump. Trump stands up after getting shot and says, fuck you. And then you follow that up with the Republican National Convention. And, I mean, my God. And so Biden has been talking up to this point about, I'm not getting out. But I guess it was Saturday was a key day because he had said many times, I just saw this article in Politico, and I don't know if I have my glasses here. If I don't, that's a problem. I'm so old. I'll try to get through it. And I'm just going to read directly from it because I found it interesting. And and it talks about how they got this information. The article reads, for 23 days, Joe Biden insisted on pushing forward with his reelection, despite Democratic lawmakers and donors telling him to step aside. Early Saturday, Biden told senior aides it was full steam ahead for the campaign. But by later that evening, he had changed his mind following a long discussion with two of his closest aides. Steve Ricchetti, who's been with Biden since his days in the Senate, drove to see Biden at his home in Delaware on Friday. Hey, it's your old pal Eric Zane for my new favorite sponsor, Mint Mobile. MintMobile.com. MintMobile.com. What's up? How does this work? Well, you keep your phone, you keep your number, and you get everything on your phone that you're used to, except you pay incredibly less for it. It's that simple. Pick a plan, any plan, and off you go. You can even get a new phone if you like with the service. That's totally up to you. This is one of the most versatile, easy things in the world when it comes to cell phones. How often are you looking at your cell phone bill with whoever and you're like, my God, this has gotten out of hand. This is like a living, breathing entity that I don't want any part of. It's time to make the switch to Mint Mobile. More Americans are doing this than ever before. In fact, U.S. News and World Reports called them the best cell phone plans around. Wired recommends them. The New York Times Wirecutter did a best cell phone plans article on them. Incredible. So many people are talking about Mint Mobile. I want you to check this out for yourself. Go to mintmobile.com and see what I'm talking about. You're going to see that it's basically the same damn thing that I talked about. Keep your phone, keep your number. You're just going to pick a plan, boom, pay for it, and you're in business. All the details are at mintmobile.com. But I'm telling you, I just made the switch, and I'm saving hundreds of dollars on my cell phone bill. Check it out online, mintmobile.com. Mike Donnellan arrived on Saturday. The two men, both of whom had been by Biden's side during key decisions about whether to seek the presidency in 16 and 20, sat at a distance from Biden, still testing positive for COVID, and presented damning new info in a meeting that would hasten the end of Biden's political career. In addition to presenting new concerns from lawmakers and updates on a fundraising operation that had slowed considerably, they carried the campaign's own polls, which came back this week and showed his path to victory in November is gone. Where did they get this info? According to 5 people familiar with this matter, who, like others interviewed for the article, were granted anonymity to discuss private conversations, Biden asked several questions during the exchange. The only other people with Biden in the residence when he arose Sunday were his wife and those other 2 dudes I mentioned. And 2 other trusted aides, Deputy Chief of Staff Annie Tomasini and Assistant to the First Lady Anthony Bernal. At 1:45 p.m., he notified a somewhat larger group of close aides that he had decided the night before to end the quest for another term. Why? It was 2 or 3 states, according to the article, including Virginia, that it was expected that Biden would win. And that lead had disappeared, and he was now trailing dramatically in those polls. With that knowledge, and because he finally listened, it's time to wrap it up. He fucking did, which is, I think, probably one of the bigger stories of the whole campaign. That he decided, he actually made his decision and changed his mind, which is just incredible. This has only happened like 3 or 4 times in the history of the country. Yesterday, I erroneously said that one of the people that didn't seek re-election was George Washington. That's totally wrong. I don't remember who the dicks were. Might have been Buchanan was one of them. But Maize and Blue goes with he needs to step down as president as well. I don't know. Well, no, I do know. You're right. He is not fit for leadership. But I don't think that's going to happen. I think that at this point in time, this is the best that you're going to get. Kenny adds, I hope his wife was so relieved that he was finally throwing in the towel in this campaign that she gave him a good hawk tour. The hell is wrong with you? You're on fire today, by the way. Kenny says all politicians lie. That's why I can't stand any of them. Why is it such a bad thing to not vote? I mean, seriously. For a lot of people, it's like, well, I mean, I'm like that. Maybe I shouldn't vote. Maybe they don't deserve my time. But I will. I will vote for Harris. And everybody's going to say, easy, what does Harris do? It's like, I don't know. I don't have any fucking idea. But I know what Trump is like. I've lived through a Trump presidency. I've lived through all the bullshit. I've lived through all the assholes who support him. Not all of them. Some of them. Some of you that are listening to me right now, you support Trump, and I love you. You're not an asshole. Clarkinator 30 says LBJ 1968 did not seek re-election. All right, that's 2. There may have been like 4. I hope that we can all at least appreciate that we are living through shit that will be talked about forever and ever and ever in the history books. The fact that all in the span of the last few weeks, we've had a president on national TV clearly incapacitated. And then you had the assassination attempt, the survival, the rising like a fucking rocket by Trump, even higher than he had been before. And then you have this. I'm getting a reminder, is there a staff meeting today? Easy. I actually was able to get out of it. Thank you very much. Because I knew that I would be jammed here trying to do the show. But it doesn't matter because I'm literally going to end this show in 10 minutes, maybe less, to get Benny Bear off to the vet. But I did want to give you something, and I think it depends on Benny. If Benny is, if we're able to get out of there, I'm going to come back and continue this and do the Patreon. I'll probably do it all anyway, but today's kind of like a weird day, but I wanted to get some of this show out with you like a normal day. So there's that. All right. I'm anxious to see how the debate goes. Somebody talked about that. I don't know what the hell Harris is strong at. All I know is that she's going to be better than the corpse. Biden is unfit for any of the things that we've already talked about. Rich says camel toe Harris 2024. Fantastic. All right. Yesterday was a whirlwind for me. This portion of the show brought to you by Rick over at TC Paintball. Book an event at TC Paintball at tcpaintballgr.com. Shout out to Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. Online at ervines.com. That's ervines.com. Get your car repaired, your hybrid, or your EV at Irvine's. So, I got up here last night. Now, I come strolling in at 8:40. I've got to do a number of things, not the least of which set up this equipment and do my thing, get the show ready. But I always anticipate the first thing that has to happen is walk in and check the traps. Oh, boy. So I set up traps for the mice all over the place. And gone are the days, it seems like, when I can come in and the traps have not been sprung and there are no dead mice on the floor of the trailer. Because I walk in and right away I see a mouse in a trap and it looks like it's been there a while. Now, I want to warn you, it's already gross, but it's going to get more gross. I admitted all this to Pooh Bear. I don't want Pooh Bear to ever come in here and not be comfortable. And basically what I'm telling you is she'll never be in this trailer ever again, especially after what I told her today. I walk in and I put on a pair of plastic gloves and I get rid of the trap, and then with the mouse in it. It's right outside the door. And you're like, well, how come you didn't get rid of it? I didn't have time. Just shut up. I look, and after I come walking back in here, I noticed that the spot where the mouse was, well, there's an ecosystem. A couple of flies must have said, this is an ideal place for our eggs to be, to suck up the mouse juice from the rotting mouse. And I can't tell you, there must have been 2 to 3 dozen of the most plump, wiggly maggots you have ever seen. And they don't like that I have now disturbed the ecosystem. And so they're all like kind of like writhing and inching their way and rolling around these plump, white, disease-filled maggots. God damn it. You got to be kidding me. I tell you what, I'm starting to get more and more in the camp of just burn this fucking place down. So bad. Jesus fuck. So it was right over there. I cleaned it all up, obviously, but I don't know. I just, there seems to be a smell in here that is just like a permanent death smell. Kenny writes, oh no, dead mouse plus maggot orgy. You are not kidding. The maggot orgy is kind of like indicative of what the presidential race is right now. Jimmy says, Mouse Juice. That's another great heavy metal name for a band. I come up with those all the time. I had another one that I came up with, Corpse Stew or Corpse Soup, based on when the mice filled up the toilet in here. That was a disaster. The toilet is not working, okay? But my dad, last time he stayed in this thing, he's got dementia, you know. I didn't secure the lid shut, and there is a porta toilet that you're supposed to use, but he didn't know. He flipped open the toilet that doesn't work and filled it full of pee. So I was like, oh God. So I poured water in it, and then the mice climbed up the pipe and went, and they drowned in my dad's piss water. And then when I opened it up a few days later, there was a corpse soup. Fuck me. This is so horrible. My God. All right. So I wanted to get those two things out of the way on this weird edition of the Eric Zane Show podcast. I do want to mention that Berlin Raceway has racing this coming weekend. I need to talk about the Coleman Lutz 500 when I get back from taking Benny Bear to the vet, okay? So, but I want you to get tickets at berlinraceway.com. That's berlinraceway.com. $14 for tickets, okay? Buy them online at berlinraceway.com. King's Room Barbershop, love them. Kingsroom.net, 3 locations, Caledonia, Northland Drive, and at 821 36th Street. And finally today, a shout out to Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. Get your mortgage from Mario. Okay, I am off to the vet. I will be back with an update and more podcasting a little later on this very strange Monday edition of the show. Have a good one, folks. Thank you, and bye-bye.